It's first time doing crosstalk ever. First time speaking to a Japanese person, like literally basically ever in my life.
Mm,
There's also some stuff where like I've been immersing this long, I'm doing immersion, I'm doing this like the good way. I should be
mm,
able to just skip right over like Genki textbook talk. I
yeah.
think there's like part of that too, like an ego thing of this just like crushed that. And it's like, no, you're just like in the Japanese 101 class with them, like saying,
Mm.
kore wa pen desu. Like.
Well, maybe I think about it less like that you get to skip over it and more like you can blast through it. You can't really judge anything by your first try. Like imagine the best shogi player in the world and he's never played chess before, but he wants to learn how to play chess. His very first chess game is probably still going to look like shit, like not that much different than like a random guy on the street. But by his like 10th chess game, he's probably going to look like someone who's been playing chess for like years. Because like he has that background, it's going to transfer and it transfers quickly, but just not immediately, right? Like you need some experience in the field for the transfer to happen. So I feel like you're kind of like judging yourself on like your very first chess game ever. And you're like, oh, I'm not ready yet. It's like, at least try it like 10 times. What area in life are you going to be really good literally the very first time you like ever do something? In the beginning, it's about you being able to use your potential. You probably have certain intuitions about how grammar works and what is natural and all these things in the language from all the input, but it doesn't transfer immediately to output. Like you have to go through some trying to output for that transfer process to happen. Imagine if you were going to play like a Pokemon game and you started at the beginning and you had like the level 99 Charizard and all the gym badges so the Charizard actually listens to your commands, you know? Like you would still have to go and beat all the trainers and beat all the gyms, but you would beat it way quicker, right? So I feel like it's like that of like right now you're starting at pallet town of output basically, but per hour I think you're gonna improve literally like 10x, 100x times faster than a true Genki 1 person. Because like a real Genki 1 person, like someone just like is a freshman in college, they have no background in Japanese and they're taking Genki 1 and they start doing Italki lessons, like they could do like 5 hours of Italki lessons a week and like after a year they would still sound completely terrible, right? Because they'd just be translating in their head and saying it out loud. I've met lots of people like that. So yeah, I can see it seeing on the surface like it's a similar thing, but it's really like a different thing. The important thing with recast is like if you've just not acquired something, you want to start giving your brain hints that it's missing something. It can pay more attention to it. But in the very beginning, in this first stage of just getting it to start flowing, there'll be things you have acquired but still just come out wrong just because the connections aren't made yet. And there's also just like I said, a lot of this is just like an emotional thing, like getting comfortable with speaking Japanese and not sounding competent and stuff like that. And I think like getting corrections is gonna make that emotional resistance stronger. If you know you get a correction when you make a mistake, it automatically makes you more hesitant to make a mistake, right? And that hesitancy is gonna basically just clog all the plumbing in your output, right? If you're like, is this right? Is this not right? Like you don't want to even have that be a question in your head in the very, very beginning. You just want to focus on communication. And then once you start getting things flowing, then that's when I think you want to get recast. And the thing is like this first stage, it's not going to take that long. Like maybe it's like, 10 hours of output total. Like you're not going to build any deeply entrenched bad habits in 10 hours, right? So it's not really a concern as long as once you move on to the next stage, then you start getting the feedback. What we're trying to avoid is making bad habits, right? Like making mistakes doesn't matter because, you could make a mistake in the moment talking to this italki teacher and then the session's going to end. It wasn't recorded. It's not getting posted on YouTube and going to get viewed by many people. So like it's essentially, it's like it didn't happen, right? So the only reason we don't want to make mistakes is because we don't want it to become a habit and lead us to make more mistakes in the future. But if you're in your head, you're like, this might be wrong. I'm not sure this is right or not. Even if you say it, it's very unlikely that's going to become a habit because you basically flagged it in your head as that you're not confident in it and you're not sure that it's right. You already had it in your head. So it's not that much difference between whether you just had it in your head and you didn't say it and you had it in your head and you said it, So I think the important thing is that for me, it feels very different when I'm like, yes, this is correct. That was good. I should use that more in the future versus, I need to check this. This might be wrong. It doesn't feel like it's going to become a habit in the same way. The essence of a habit is like you do something over and over again and then it becomes unconscious, right? Like you do it without even realizing that you've done it. And so in order to do that, you have to do it many times. And so if you say something and you think it's a mistake, you're not going to keep saying that again and again.